2010 Hyundai i10, and it basically caught on fire. So we're going to show you the part that got fire damage and some interesting news from Hyundai themselves. Hello and welcome to another Bodgit and Leggit video. Now, as you can see, I've already kind of diagnosed this car and taken all the parts out we needed. But what was happening is, a long time ago, I had a look at this car and the customer's complaint was the heater wasn't working, the lights wasn't working, the electric windows wasn't working, I think the radio, but the car was starting and driving fine. I diagnosed it on a dodgy, where has it gone? A dodgy ignition switch, right? And then they kept driving it because all you had to do was turn the key back slightly and everything would work. But what happened the other day was, and you can't quite see, now the customer told me there was so much smoke, so when I was thinking there's a lot of smoke, there's going to be a lot of damage, but if you look here, you can see this melted there. You can see that it's melted around here and it's melted there. Very difficult to see because it had a cover on and I couldn't see any other damage. And I was thinking, well, with the amount of smoke she was saying this was you know, making, there has to be a lot of damage. I can smell this unit, it absolutely stinks. We'll crack this open later on and we'll see what damage is in there, but from the outside it really doesn't look too bad. Rang up the main dealer, and of course the main dealer wouldn't just sell you one part, they wanted to sell you the whole ignition. They turned around to me and said, oh okay, it's going to be close to 400 euros, we need the money and there's no guarantee we can get it. If we can get it, it's going to take a month, but we need the money up front. I was like, oh, okay, and that causes an issue. So we then had to go down the second-hand routes because the main dealer basically said they couldn't get it, and we had to pay them first. Obviously, if they didn't get it, they'll give us our money back. But you know, customer can't wait a month paying all that money and then for them to turn around and say we can't get it. So we got a second-hand unit. So hopefully, we only need this bit. They've given us the whole mechanism, the keys, the locks, and everything. We don't need any of that. We just need this back bit there. So it's simple enough to fix, but you do have to take everything out. So I'll show you. We have to take the key barrel out here, then we have to take the middle part out to get this part off. And it's simple to take the key barrel out. You just press this button in here with the key in and it releases. So I can show you all that on the old or on the new one, and then we can put back the new one. Alright, so first thing we need to do is take off the back cover. And obviously on this one it's really quite easy. I had to get a little vice grips into here because I just couldn't get any space. Now on a lot of cars you take off the back cover and take off normally 2 screws. This comes out no problem whatsoever, but in this case it doesn't. And you can see how good that wire is. There's no sign of burning here or anything. So this already is in a lot better nick. So what we need to do, we need to take off, no, we don't have to take off the pickup. You have to put the key in and twist it. That allows you to press this button in here. It's twisted too much, only twist it once. Now, see that button presses in? Where if it's all the way out on, or if the key is all the way out, that button won't press in. So you have to push the key. Some work different. Some you have to push the key in and turn it twice, some you turn it once. This one you turn it once. But what we need to do as well is we need to take off the pickup for the key. So that has to come off. Just like that. Put the key back in with that little screw. Key back in, turn it, press that down. As I press that down, I should then be able to pull this out. I should be able to pull it out, which I can't. Now I've pushed it in there. I should just be able to, yeah, here we go. Yeah, there we go. It's just a bit. Come on, there we go. Oh, thing here. Do I have to get that down? The other one came out. I don't know why this one's not coming out now. Why isn't this one coming out? It is completely and utterly. There we go. Now, so that comes out, right? Then we have the centerpiece in here, and the only way I found to get that out, or to get the back piece out, because again the back piece is now stuck in, is we need to twist this centerpiece. Because what happens is, oh, I haven't got the old one. I'll show you. Let me get some pliers. This now is the middle piece, and you can see kind of the cam that's on. That sits and locks into the back switch, which stops the back switch from coming out. So if we turn it, I'm not sure which way. Oh, there we go. So we only have to turn it once. I took that completely out. That was the issue, okay? So when you look at it down here, we turn it clockwise. That's anti-clockwise now. We turn it clockwise. That. So let me see if I can show you. And we turn it clockwise on the. So we turn it clockwise. Watch this. See that turns? That's actually falling out now. But when that turns, that locks itself inside there, and this smells absolutely lovely. It doesn't smell birds, so all we need to do is do the opposite. But can I get you in here? Can I get you a bit closer? 1 second. Right, obviously I had to take all the covers off. I also had to unclip the wipers so I can get to the top here for taking off the pickup, but that just literally slid out. I didn't have to do anything. There's a little clip. Where's the clip? Oh, here. And that just pulled out of here, so I just pushed the clip in. That pulled out really nice and easy. So as you can see, we've got the barrel here, so let's put this in the back. It can only go in one way, so let's feed this in first. Try and do it on camera. As you see, doing it in the car, so much more awkward. Why isn't? Right, hold on a second. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Kind of got it up and in. Now, that's in. What I'm thinking of is we need to put this plastic piece on first, maybe, because it's gonna maybe fall out if we don't. So let's try and get this plastic piece on next. Twist it around, same as before. Okay, that's now on. And get this little screw in. Was it the little screw or the big screw? It was the big screw. Let's even screw it in a little bit. Oh, of course, you're just completely locked up on me just because I'm filming. Because you're a fucking arsehole, aren't you? Unbelievable. Oh, can you Adam and Eve it? And we'll worry about that in a minute. So now, you can see down there, so we need to get this cam in, and we need to get it in that way, and then turn it anti-clockwise. So, get this cam in. Am I pushing the whole thing out? That's what I was worried about. So come on, Mr. Cam, please go in. Oh, you're not going in. Something's happened, but you're not. You have to go in, and we have to turn you then. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, unfortunately, I couldn't show it on camera, but the way I had to do it was take out that screw again, pop the plastic part out halfway, then push that down, and then push the plastic piece and that piece together, which is now locked it in place. That plastic piece now is not going to come out. I can turn this by hand which is essentially the ignition now, and I can start the car. Well, you know, I could turn the ignition on if it was all connected. So that's how I got that in. Now I've got to try and get the back bolt back in, so let me do that off camera. Right, so this was the bit I was telling you before. See this little pin? It's what we had to push down. That pin is now locked. When I put the key in, the pin is still locked. I turn it once, and now the pin can be pushed down. So now what I got to do is, see this here, this turns at the end. So I've now got to, inside the ignition barrel, I'm not going to be able to show you this, but we've got this bit sticking out here. This is the little cam. I now need to line up that with this hole at the back, so when it turns, as you can see, it turns the cam like that, and it allows me to start the car. So first thing we've got to do is turn it enough so we can get this pushed in. Then we've got to get this in the right place. I've removed this little white clip here, so it allows me to get it in. You can see what angle we're at. I'm not going to be able to get you in there. Try and put the camera here, and I've got to push in this pin at the same time. So what I've got to do is put that in there, see what sort of, it's only open once, it's only clicked over once, so it's going to be about there. That goes in there, push it in with my finger, and then, oh, there we go. Is that it? Aha! Got it first time. A bit of luck. So does the steering lock work? Steering lock is now on. Steering lock is now off. Don't forget, we need to put this little white clip in. Which I've now, oh, I should have put it in at the same time. I knew that went in too easy. I fucking knew it. Yeah, I knew that went in too easy. Ah, fuck you. Right. And keep it there, and then push this in. What I'm doing is, this little clip, when the ignition barrel is all the way in, there's a ring around the ignition barrel, and this little wire here won't go in, so I've got to try and kind of put them in both together. Oh, okay. Alright, good. Now I can put the pickup ring on. Get the little screw, wherever that's gone. Here it is. There's my screwdriver. Because I've taken off the, is it the lights or the indicators, I'm not sure, the switch anyway, it allows me to get a screwdriver in here to put that on. Right. Then this clip here goes in on this ignition clip here. This should now give us ignition. There we go. Do we have electric windows? Oh, we have electric windows as well. Yeah. Now it's got to clip this back up on here, that's important. There we go, that's clipped back in because we don't want that rubbing against this pipe. Or this arm, should I say. I need that down actually, so I can get. We now got to put the wiper stalk back on. So I'm going to slide this in and I'll show you which clips I actually pushed out. So all I had to do was push in that little clip there and this whole thing comes out. Allows you to get to this top screw here. Now that's that on. So for all intents and purposes, this should now start. Wipers work. There we go. Boom, and we've got lights. Awesome. I had to put all this tape on it. The window was down and it was raining, so we need to remove this tape. And just double check. Oh yeah, we have a working window. Right, all I'm going to do now is put all the plastics back on, all the trays underneath, because I took everything off because I didn't know where the damage was or whatever it was doing. So I can't really film any of that because you're not going to be able to see. It's just a couple of screws, couple of bolts, and that's it. Right, we are good to go. There is no issues. It starts. All the electrics work. So to put the covers back, we've got a screw there, we've got a screw there, one in the middle here. For these bottom plastics, we've got a 10mm bolt there and 2 screws, one there, one there. This then just clips back up into place, maybe like that, does it? Yeah, and there we go. So it's done. Oh yeah, I also found this on the floor. Look, this is what's left of the big solder joint on that wire, and you can see all the burnt there. We'll crack that open. I don't know if I'll do it in another video or this video, we'll see, and we'll see what damage we can see inside, because really if you was to quickly look at that back of the ignition switch, it really didn't look bad at all. It took me a while to spot it because it just wasn't bad. I spotted this first and this just fell off in my hand then. So anyway, as always, hope it helps. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Don't forget, links up here, links down below, but most importantly, don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one. Sorted. Right, unfortunately nothing really to see in here. You can clearly see it's burnt on half of it there, and the other half is fine, and it absolutely pen and inks, but it really isn't that bad in the sense of from the smoke that the customer was telling me, but you can definitely smell it. The old smoke's been released, and yeah, but it's not. I was hoping for, you know, a lot worse inside, and you know, but it just isn't. So that gives you an idea anyway.